Hello everyone. It's Sunday. It's time for our mindset movement. I am inside today. I'm here in Georgia, and as you know, it's pretty rainy today. We have storms coming our way. I taught yoga earlier, and I thought, my husband was telling me there's going to be storms, and I thought, well, are the storms going to take out my internet and I won't get to enjoy my class with my students? But luckily, that did not happen at all. So everything was great and everything was marvelous. But I think this type of weather is perfect for us in our mindset movement, just reminding us, as always, to take a moment to reset ourselves and to sit quiet and have a moment of reflection. So I invite you to take a seat, get a comfortable seat. I'm here kind of where my little Chase lounge is, right in front of the window. What a wonderful place to sit, where you can sit out and look at nature and then relax and take a moment. So this is where I'm sitting for right now, but you get a comfortable seat wherever you are. Hi Sharon, nice of you to join me. Sharon of Grand C, and then April Woodyard of Caretaker's Heart. I applaud you ladies for coming and taking a moment to sit and spend with me. And before I begin this, I want to make sure I tell everyone, if you happen to catch me, you know what your assignment is. Your assignment is for you to then, of course, take a moment to reset yourself. And no matter what time I pop up on your page, and you also do a kind thing for someone you love or care for and share it. Send it to them and share it so they too can remember to take a mindset moment. So today, so I don't keep you too long, remember, I always tell people it just takes 5 minutes. We're just going to take a few minutes to do this. I'm going to read to you again. I'm still going through my meditations on the mat book. This book goes through 365 days, so there's a lot of good reading in there. But the one I read to them today, I thought was, wow, it just landed so beautifully for what we have going on right now, just in the world in general, and just things for us to contemplate. I will not come on here and do anything political. Your political views are your views, and I will respect that, and I ask the same in return. And that is not what we're here for. We're here to set an intention for you to do whatever you're going to do this week. That you do it with awareness, you do it with a positive vibe, and in a way of not to do any harm, right, to yourself or anyone else. It's all for enrichment and raising our vibrational levels. So I'm going to read this to you. If you happen to have this book and you're like, oh, which one does she read? It says, and I may not be in the days with it as you go along. You're like, how did she get to that day? I just randomly chose this one to read to them. It says day 56. It's entitled, When You Can Fall for Chains of Silver, You Can Fall for Chains of Gold. It starts off and says, we are a fortunate generation in a fortunate country, and most of us have been able to have our material wants gratified many times over. We have also experienced emptiness behind the idea that outsiders can be made, behind the idea that our insides can be made right by something or someone outside of ourselves. Yet there remains tension. We continue to choose the bondage of materialism. We cannot believe that we will ever be free. Behind the impulse to find a solution outside ourselves is the pain of loss. We often react in our day-to-day lives like people in pain. That really landed for me. We often react in our day-to-day lives like people in pain. And he was saying he remembered when he was little and he was 11 years old and he was in a body cast. My mom may remember this because she once had to be in a body cast, that he wanted to go to the restroom and he was trying to call out to his parents and no one was answering. And so all of a sudden he had a dream like a big tank was coming in and, you know, boom, set off this explosion and everyone in the house ran in to help him. In that thinking, his energy, of course, alerted his dad finally, and his dad came in and all was okay. He said, of course, the pain of being lost can be eased when we finally do find our way back home. When we get lost in other people's feelings and other people's ideas, we're lost. And finding home is coming back to the self. When we seek answers outside ourselves, we go deeper into the wilderness and further from home. The more you keep going out, the further you get from your own actual being, your own actual knowing. You get further in the forest. You get lost. We recognize that we are trying to let go of our fears. We hold on to that which is not really ours in the first place because we are afraid. We hold on to outworn beliefs because we are afraid. We are willing to believe that something outside ourselves will make us whole because we are afraid. Being afraid does not make us right. It only makes us unhappy. Recognizing our fears and letting them go does not create our own unhappiness, nor does it free us. This is the big thing. We do that for ourselves. So, recognizing our fears and letting go, this yama simply calls a chain a chain. It simply calls out a chain, whether that chain be made of silver or gold. Ooh, that was really deep. You might have to go back and listen to it again because it took me a while to really let it sink it in. It's like we have to be willing to believe outside of ourselves and let go of that fear. And the unhappiness that we feel is not created from someone outside of us. We have control of that. We do that for ourselves. So you can have all of the material riches and it can still be a chain. You can have all of that and it can still be binding and bound you. That's why I'm saying it could be silver or it could be gold. You have to decide for yourselves which one, how you're going to be. And just because you have less does not mean you cannot be happy and you cannot be fulfilled, right? We keep grabbing sometimes for the more. And a lot of it, as it says, always comes down to one thing. And it is one thing, even in my practice, that comes in to your body is fear. Fear can set up all kinds of stress and upset. So let's be this week one in a mind of letting go. Right. We know that we can create our happiness ourselves. And that nothing outside of us will create that freedom that we created here. Don't get lost in the woods, right? There are lots of trees and places to go. But as you walk in your life this week, may you find your way. May you find it. So with that, let's sit for just a minute. Close your eyes. Take some nice deep breaths. And allow yourself to say one positive affirmation to yourself. One positive compliment to yourself. Let it resonate in all of your cells. One more breath. If you had your eyes closed, open them. And I leave that with you. You can go back and watch it and listen to me read it again, but be willing to believe. Be willing to believe in yourself. Be willing to set the goal for your freedom, to set the goal for yourself this week. Let go of those chains that bind us. I am here every Sunday at 2 p.m. And if I miss it at 2 p.m., I do a recording or I do something. I want to make sure you always remember that you have to take a time to reset yourself and take some time for reflection. So again, like, share, and I'll see you all next time. And be safe if you're here in Georgia. Try to stay dry and warm. Bye-bye.